Well, go on, people. Welcome back to the Football Fan Show, or welcome for the first time. Those of you just clicking on my video, I want to say thank you. I hope you had a great week. Lots going on in football. That's what we're here to talk about. Today we have the Jamaica versus USA in the Gold Cup quarterfinals. They meet their old adversary again. It's going to be a big challenge for the Reggae Boys, so we just have our finger crossed for them to make it through this one. I want to talk about a little bit about the Olympics, the men's and the women's games. It's goals, especially on the women's side. That's what I like so much about the women's game. But so I want to say thanks again for clicking on my video. Give a subscribe, a like, definitely leave a comment. I want to hear from you, what you have to say or share. So we're going to jump right into it. Jamaica versus USA, a big challenge for the Reggae Boys. It's not the same USA team that beat us 4-1 4 months ago and have about 12 new players. But still would be a daunting test. The US are in their on their home soil. They have the home field advantage. Um, Definitely, hopefully, Leon Bailey will come on, bring that star power. I mean, it's 11 men out there for the Reggae Boys, so it's kind of one player can only do so much. But I think if there was a competition or a time that the Reggae Boys could pull off an upset, it's in the Gold Cup because they've done it before. So the formation of the US team, I think, favors them in their 4-3-3. Definitely, I think is a more attacking and allows for more passing and more midfield presence. So, but obviously, Coach Whitmore is an expert coming with his 4-2-3-1 formation. Another formation I like very much, but it's the most popular formation, most used formation in the world right now. So there must be for a reason why those experts are using that formation. Maybe you could try a 4-4-2 and have an extra man in the midfield, and two forwards up top. It does match up well with the 4-3-3, and it helps, more defensively. Gives the opposition less field to play with. But it's more than just formation with these guys. They use a lot of tactics, movements. You see that saw that in the Euro final with Italy and England. I mean, when you break that one down, it was a real tactical masterclass by Mancini. And I just feel like Gareth Southgate maybe just was a bit more too comfortable with the 1-0, or maybe just didn't know what to do to figure out what to get another goal. So we'll have to see. There's a lot of MLS players on the Jamaica side, Junior Flemings. Lots of players are playing MLS and also for the US, a lot of MLS players. So, if we're a little bit with all of us are definitely looking for the Reggae Boys. I don't think they're coming out to lose. So we want to see a great performance by them either way. Um, Switching now to the Olympics, I had a great week watching the Olympics. Some great matches. Brazil versus Germany was a 3-2 match, rematch of the 2016 final. That was an emotional final, of course. Neymar won that one with Dani Alves also. I think he was in the team. I went to penalties. So this one was like a rematch. But Germany still couldn't pull it off. Brazil went 3-0 up. Richarlison, who just was in the Copa America, scored a hat trick. Um, that guy must be really tired. I mean, he played all of the English Premier League, then you played Copa America, and then you come to play the Olympics, I guess. But I guess young, fit athlete, chance to win a gold medal, why not? Yeah, I would probably do the same thing if I were blessed with this ability to be in this position. So, and today we had this Spain won beat they won 1-0 against 1-0 against Australia. We had France beating South Africa 4-3. Gignac with a hat trick. Ex first team player for France. I know he played in the 2018 World Cup, but I suppose with Giroud and then Benzema coming through and Mbappe, he must have lost his spot. But in the Olympics, it seems they do a combination of young players and pros. So you see a lot of young French players coming, maybe the stars of the future. I mean, this competition's been won by a lot of great junior players. Lionel Messi won it. He and Kun Aguero won it against Nigeria. So, and Neymar, of course, another star of the future, won it. So we'll see who will be the breakout star this year, this time around. Maybe the next big major superstar will be coming out of this competition. It does usually in football, they come through the under 23s and move their way up. So a lot of the times when you get to be talking about them and people talking more about them, you see them walking around with their jerseys and stuff like that. They've been around the block for a long time. In the women's game, it's always exciting, always many goals. Canada beat Chile 2-1. A high scoring game between China and Zambia. Lots of nice finishing. Some nice dancing by the Zambian team. So we look for them to see if they will go to challenge the US, who will be, we say, probably the juggernaut in the women's game. They're always around doing stuff. They're like the Michael Jordans or the Muhammad Ali's. They just sort of the team to beat, and they clobbered New Zealand 6-1 in their match, and they had even had 4 goals disallowed. So and scored their own goals, so that's 7 and 4. That's 11 goals by one team. I feel kind of sorry for the New Zealanders, but hopefully they won't be playing America the next match, so they'll have a chance to prove regain some pride and show that they're there for a reason. But it was a very dominant performance by the US. A very dominant performance by the US, and they probably will be in the gold medal match. But that's why we watch for the surprises and the upsets. So we're hoping to see one of those. Well, I guess not if you're a US fan. You're probably not hoping to see that. I don't want to seem like rooting against the US, but it would be nice to see some form of upset or some surprise on the regular storyline. That's why I watch the game. And switching over into Manchester United news, what's going on there? Where friendlies and transfer rumors. I know they played QPR yesterday and lost 4-1, so that was not a great result for them. But it was a friendly match, and in terms of their squad that they fielded, weren't many starting players. I know Alanga, Daniel James, Lingard was with West Ham and he wasn't starting in the beginning, and maybe a few other players, but really it was mostly youth players being fielded. Harder than any of them would probably feature in the first team. But I mean, obviously, if you're at Manchester United, I remember Roy Keane saying that, even when you lost the friendly games at the beginning of the season, they still were angry about it because in United, they have a culture of winning. So it's never okay to lose. They lost to Aston Villa last season, 1-0. Still turned up to have a pretty decent season, reaching the Europa League final, finishing second in the league. Probably a surprise to many people, even me, that they got that far, but they'll have a full season with Cavani and Sancho coming in. That's 2 really great attacking players. We'll see if they can keep Paul Pogba. Rumors are Solskjaer thinks he can keep him around for 1 more season. I mean, every season for maybe like the last 4 years, there have been transfer rumors about, will Pogba leave? I think the team that's coming calling is PSG. That's what the rumors say. It'll be sad to see Pogba leave. I'm not certain we've really seen the best of him. Maybe last season, I think he really had a great season coming towards the end. But he definitely hasn't performed the way he does with France for Manchester United. So maybe using him more as an attacking player in attacking midfield, which he definitely did better this time around. We'll see the best of Paul Pogba, definitely the form that he had in Juventus. And I think also him wanting to leave. They're coming to the end of his contract. He's kind of putting on the flair, putting out his best performances now. So hopefully that will translate into another trophy. I wouldn't say it was a lot of people have been down on Pogba. If you watch other Manchester United fan channels, you know, he gets a lot of stick, but he did bring in a Europa League. He did win the FA Cup. So I think he has at least had brought trophies. There've been a lot of transfers who've come and gone that you can't say the same for them. That for some reason it just did not click at Manchester United. There being more stories about rumors and transfer stories about Varane coming in. Apparently this week, transfer talks have begun between two clubs. So we'll see if a deal will be done. Probably not. You know, these things seem to drag out for a while, and maybe it's just our fans who maybe need to get a life and do stuff are overly eager, or they're tight writing and checking transfer news and clicking and searching on Google to find out what's going on and watching other fan channels talk about transfers. But it will get done if it gets done. But either way, there's still a squad of good players there. But I feel like Varane definitely brings the stats, just as Sancho brings to the attack. Varane will bring to the defense. So let's hope and see. And then, of course, you have Manchester City looking like they're going to buy Harry Kane, looking like they're going to buy Jack Grealish. So it's almost like an arms race when one club steps up and improves their squad, other squads improve. So it's still the same challenge that's going on out there. Well, thanks again for joining. This has been a football fan show. Please give a like or subscribe. Definitely leave a comment or share. Hopefully you click on my video next time. So have a great week.